Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Mr. Ryan. I am here as a yinzer therapist bringing you another Mindful Monday. This is a video series where we are working hard to start our week off correctly, to start our week off on the right foot, on the right path, right? To get our energy right, to set our intentions, to identify our goals, right? Our aspirations. What are the things that we hope to accomplish? I feel like Mondays get a bad rap. That people talk a lot of trash about Mondays and how much they hate Mondays. But what they really hate is that transition point, right? That segregation, that disconnect of how wonderful life at home is, surrounded by friends and family, compared to sometimes the toxic hellhole that is our jobs, right? That discrepancy between the two can really be jolting. So Mondays can be tough, right? Mondays can be a tough day for a lot of people, and it can be a tough mindset. And that's why we are going to continue to work to meet here, right, in this space, to bring about that kind of change, right? To start our week off on the positive note, right? To get our energy right. So far, so good, right? This will be the third Monday in a row that I've done something like this. And what makes this Monday even cooler is that we're going to do this Mindfulness Monday thing in person tonight. It's Saging Space in New Kent at 7 p.m. That is the Relax and Dream meetup series. It is the monthly Monday mindful meetup. It'll be on the last Monday of every month down there at Saging Space in New Kent. So this month, March 30th, right, tonight, this very Monday at 7 p.m., we'll have the second installment of that meetup series, and we are going to do a little bit of therapeutic drumming, I hope. And I think that's why I want to do this video series, right, to kind of combine those two passions. That yes, we do need to meet in person and celebrate in person and have our energies intertwine in person, but not everybody can make it. Not everybody has transportation. Not everybody has the time in their schedule. 7 p.m. on Mondays, maybe it's you're putting your kids to bed, right? So by doing this, right, by having this as a Monday mindfulness series, right, uploaded here to YouTube, people can digest it, watch it whenever they may like, right, as part of this Mindful Morning Monday series. We're going to work hard to maybe not always drop dates, right, not always really let people know exactly when this is happening, to give people the ability to go back, right? If there's a Mindful Morning Monday segment that they really like, that they really enjoy, well, maybe they can replay it. They can revisit it. Because again, a lot of our life is about putting out good energy to get good energy back. And I really firmly believe if we can start our week off on the right path, we're going to be okay, right? It's going to work out. We're going to do the things we need to do. So that's the hope here, right, is to create a space, to create a routine, right, to make it that kind of that ritual, if you will, to show up each and every Monday, and take that time in for yourselves, right? Studies have continued to show that 15-20 minutes of mindfulness a day, right, 15-20 minutes of taking that time in for yourself a day really, really helps grow those healthy brain fibers, helps strengthen that prefrontal cortex of ours, right? So crucial when we're talking about trauma and grief, right? That's what this series is that challenge to have those mindful moments, right? To have those mindful mornings, to work hard to start the day off right. So in that vein, right, of helping people, gotta love Pittsburgh. good old traffic truck. A garbage truck causing all kinds of fun out there. So because mindfulness isn't what yinz do, right? It's how yinz do something, right? Mindfulness is, the dip on the chip, right? What is your chip, right? What is your chip? What is the activity that you do to bring about that mindfulness, right? And my hope is by having this mindful morning series, right? And really working to have those mindful mornings on Mondays to help our week start off correctly. We're going to visit different coping skills. We're going to visit different ways to soothe that soul, right? To calm those inner voices, right? To bring peace and balance and a centering to our existence, right? And we're going to, try to change it up each and every week, right? I want these mindful mornings just to showcase all kinds of different ways to get that wellness on, right? To get those coping skills built, because coping skills are a really personal thing. You have to find what works for you. While doing meditations, for 20 to 30 minutes every morning, plus 3 to 4 days a week of powerlifting on a good week. Right now we're maybe 1 or 2 days of powerlifting. Got to keep working on that. Those things matter, and they work for me, but they may not work for you, right? Deep breathing works for you, might not work for you. So we want to feature different coping skills each week, right? We want to give you guys that toolbox, give you guys that coping skill list, right? Give you guys a plethora of different options to choose from when you're trying to soothe that soul of yours, right? So what we're going to do is we are going to do a body scan, because this is a great way to help us stay focused on a certain task, a certain quest, and as our brain tries to push and pull us in all kinds of different ways with all those automatic thoughts that love to come in, we can work on the no brain. I'm doing this right now. Right, I am focusing on this right now, and that this is going to be this body scan. It's not easy battling those intrusive thoughts, but you can get better at it. Always remember, the neurons that wire together fire together, right? So the more that you do these things, the more that you practice these things, the stronger this skill grows, right? The more that you can activate that mindfulness, the more impactful and plentiful and bountiful that mindfulness is. Right, the more of the impact that you get, right? It's an incredible thing. That's where we talk about this being a self-care routine. It's where I refer oftentimes as coping skills as wellness strategies, right? That really kind of help us understand that these aren't things that we should just be doing when we're having a bad day. These aren't things that we should just be doing when we're coping, right? There should be things that we're doing all the time. So before I begin the actual body scan, we're going to take a moment to cut and edit and make sure this is actually recording. Okay. Magical editing time. Okay, let's take a moment here. Breathe. All right. Oh, now again, I don't know. The one things aren't doing the things, but edit this up, guy. Thank you so much for all your help. This will be your first project. We'll see how we do. So we're going to begin our body scan here. Right, and as we begin here, working on this mindfulness exercise, right, this coping skill, right, this wellness strategy, take stock of how your body feels right now. Take stock of where your mind is right now. We want to remember how our current brain space is, how our current mind space is. We want to be able to have that awareness so that when we're done with these exercises, we have a point of reflection. Do we feel calmer? Do we feel this? Do we feel that? Do we feel more emotional? Feel more raw? Right? All kinds of different things. So please, let's take a Big old deep breath. Trying to forget about that outside world. Forget about all those distractions and worries and problems and issues. We're going to take deep in these deep breaths. Trying to work on having that sense of calm. The work of checking in with our body. One more big breath in. And on this breath, as we're working on that exhale, slowing that exhale, perhaps maybe if you're comfortable, gently closing those eyes. Working to feel just the weight of your body. Noticing the points of contact of maybe your feet on the floor. Maybe they're curled up underneath you. Where are your hands, your arms? Are they resting on your legs? Any sounds? Just taking our time, making note of all those physical senses, working to settle back into the space around you. Now we're just bringing that attention a little bit more towards your body. Today we're going to start our scan focusing on our head. We're going to be working on our head. And then we're going to slowly work our way down through the body, through to our toes. And we might repeat that scan a few times, slower and slower. Really looking at the different parts of our body. Really trying to notice any areas that are particularly comfortable, uncomfortable, right? And is there any pain, tension? Does anything feel loose or tight? We're just really working. Try to build a picture of how that body feels. Noticing if there's any particular mood that might be around. And right now, we're working on shifting our focus to the rise and fall of our breath. Focusing on wherever it feels strongest in the body right now. As you become increasingly comfortable following that natural rhythm of the breath, I want you to try to imagine a steady flow of energy from above your head, flowing like it's almost liquid sunlight. This energy, it's very smooth, it's very warm, it's very clear, it's very bright. It's almost like we're taking a mental shower, just allowing this energy to pour down, flowing down through the top of our heads, down into our body, traveling all the way down. It's going to fill the body up as though it were a container. Slowly melting away any tension, any discomfort. And yinz, just follow that energy, and it's traveling down through that body. sliding down towards your feet. You're feeling it fill up just one toe, slowly, one at a time. Trying to mentally acknowledge each toe filling up. And as our toes fill, now that energy, that light, it starts traveling back up through the feet, back through the heels, back through our ankles. It continues upwards, climbing towards our knees, just melting away any of that tension. Focus on the spaciousness, the brightness, the warmth of this energy as it now continues to flow upwards, up the upper half of the leg, towards your hip and pelvic area. Continuing to flow into the body, just melting away that tension. It's now moving up through the trunk of the body, through the stomach, through the lower back, up towards that diaphragm, just melting away all that tension. It continues to flow up now through the chest, upper back area, all the way up to the tops of our shoulders. It continues to flow down both of our arms, down towards our elbows, our hands. Much like our toes, we feel it filling up one finger at a time. Filling our hands, our wrists, surrounding them with this energy. And just feeling it as it feels upwards now. From the elbows to the shoulders, just melting all that tension away. Continuing to melt the tension away as that energy now travels up through our neck, through our throat area, up through the head, surrounding all those muscles in and around our face, traveling slowly but surely till it gets to the very top of our body. Now, our entire body is very full of that very spacious, clear feeling, and the energy continues to flow downwards and upwards, continuing an ever-changing cycle. Allow resting our mind in that space. Let go of any one focus and just allow the mind to rest here. Rest in that focus. Rest in that space. Now, just bringing that attention back into the body again as you start to feel the weight of your body again. Those physical points of contact. As you start to notice the sounds, the smells, just bringing yourself back to the space around you. Opening your eyes whenever you're ready. So now, as with those eyes open, having gone through such a grounding exercise with some guided imagery there, right? Really trying to get you to focus on the energy surrounding your body, trying to get you to visualize melting away all the tension, all the stress, right? Trying to work so hard as we can to set ourselves up for a good week, right? A strong week, a productive week, a bodacious week, a fantabulous week. Just we want to work hard to keep our energy right, right? And mindfulness exercises, right? Practices like a body scan like that can really help us get there, right? So, as we come towards the end of this mindful morning program, what I want to really make sure we end on, and I think it's a really important thing, is to take a moment, whether you say it out loud, whether you type it up, whether you write it down, you choose how to get it out, right? But I want you, now that we're in this relaxed state, right? We've checked in with our senses, we've melted away some of that tension. Let's take a moment here and set our week right by focusing on what is going right, what is going correct, what is going our way, what are we winning about in life, right? What is allowing us to slay all day? What are those good pieces, right? What is our gratitude, right? There is real power in self-affirmations, positive affirmations. There's real power in recognizing the good that we have, the things that are going our way, right? The things that are working for us. There's real power there, right? So I really want to make sure as we wrap up our Mindful Monday morning series, right? As we wrap up each of these episodes in this series, I really want to make sure we're ending on that positive note, that positive challenge, right? To really take stock, take inventory of the successes, the gains, the progress. What is going right? What is going your way? What are you proud of? Right? What are you grateful for? Right? What do you have gratitude for? Right? I think it's such an important thing, and we need to focus on those positives. We spend a lot of time talking about the bad and the horrible things and the stuff that pisses us off and upsets us and all that. Let's end these mindful mornings focusing on the good, what is going our way, right? And what I want to say for my gratitude for today, and I will admit that I did not really prepare. Okay, so the camera went off again. So because it's dead. Technical difficulties. I think I did discover that I can figure it out. Disconnect this. All right, battery change. All right, I got to figure out a way to pay attention to that. Okay, so we'll have some more mindfulness, magical editing things going down to help us work through here. Sorry, hit 11:11. Making a wish. So gratitude. What are we grateful for? And I admit, I've not prepared this. I will definitely work on preparing because I want to set the example of really working that for us to choose something that's real, something that's tangible. Obviously I can say I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for my job, right? I'm grateful for my health. There's all those things that are very important. Let's not get it twisted, right? They do matter, right? They are important, but they're layups, right? They're surface level. They're easy. Especially as we keep digging into these mindful mornings, as we continue to show up here in this space each and every week, we want to go a little deeper, right? We want to go a little deeper. So what I'm grateful for this week is the continued courage that I found recently to come out of hiding, to challenge myself, clinging to that mantra of unsafe versus uncomfortable, right? Really trying to identify when my brain is telling me I'm unsafe, but I'm really just uncomfortable, right? And then finding the strength and the ability to find a way to push through, right? To not let that anxiety run the show, right? As I tell my clients, right? My anxiety can't drive the bus. It can be on the bus. It's going to be a passenger, right? My anxiety, depression, ADHD, all that traumas, it's all going to be passengers on the bus, right? But they don't need to touch the wheel. They don't need to be the ones in charge. And recently, on a couple different occasions, there was opportunities where I could have let my anxiety get the best of me. I could have caved and thrown in the towel and not followed up and not done this and that, and just really done things in a different way. But I didn't let my brain self-sabotage. I didn't let my brain get in its own way, and I made it happen. Right, and what that is this Sunday I attended a podcast meetup, right? A bunch of different people that do podcasting stuff, whole room of strangers, whole room of new people, right? And that's their expertise level, right? That's their thing, and I'm just trying to get it figured out, right? I'm just trying to sit here and ease my own mind about everything, right? But I made it, right? I participated. I showed up a little late, but I still got there. And then, again, follow through, right? I made contacts, established some contacts at that meetup, and then I made sure I emailed them and followed up with that, and then even made sure I had lunch with one of the guys that I met at the thing. And they're hopefully they're going to be the ones that have edited this video for us. That's a goal, right? So just, I'm really grateful for the hard work I put in, to see the payoff on it, to see the emotional regulation that I didn't used to always have in situations like that, and to find a way to push through, right? To challenge myself to be uncomfortable, right? To go sit in a room full of strangers and learn about podcasting, to forge new relationships with people that can help me do more and take this to a better and wider audience, right? I'm just grateful for that opportunity. I'm grateful that I listened and I followed through with it, right? And I'm grateful for the opportunity to continue to be able to do things like this and put my superpower to good use, right? My superpower, as I've said for many years now, is to heal people through the power of conversation. And each and every opportunity I get to use that superpower for good, not evil, I'm very, very happy, very, very proud. So, what are you grateful for? What's going right in your life? Please, 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 if you're out there and you're watching this, comment below. Let me know those wins. Let me know if these exercises help. Let me know what kind of content you would like to see on this channel. I am a licensed therapist. I am a grief and certified trauma therapist. Everything we talk about here will have some connection to mental health, right? But if there's certain topics, certain issues, this or that, right? Please, 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 again, like, comment, follow, share, subscribe. Do those things. Let me know what you're into, what you want to learn more about, what you want to know more about. And I'm going to keep working hard to keep showing up here teaching you guys different things about mindfulness, about that human brain of ours, on how we can heal and how we can soothe those souls of ours, how to build those wellness strategies, right, and make those coping skills so effective that anxiety and depression and things like that stand no chance, absolutely no chance. So with all that, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here. It is my pleasure. I am just a man on a mission from God. I am over this broken world and doing everything I can to change it, right? To fix it. One positive interaction at a time, right? So please get out there, choose self-care today, find your way to activate that mindfulness. Hope you guys have yourselves a wonderful week. Might maybe see you in person tonight at Staging Space. And hopefully, I'll see some of you guys back here next Monday.